I know you've probably had moments when you're enjoying a delicious meal and your curious cat gives you those adorable eyes, asking for a taste. Sometimes it's tempting to share our food with cats. But here's the thing, not all foods are good for our cats. So before you offer them a nibble, let's chat about what's safe and what's not. Number 1, citrus fruits. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits can be harmful to cats. They contain citric acid and essential oils that can irritate your cat's nervous system. In large amounts, these can even affect the central nervous system, potentially causing tremors, seizures, or, in severe cases, death. Some well-meaning pet owners might offer citrus fruits to their cats, thinking they are providing a healthy treat. However, this can lead to poisoning if the cat consumes a significant amount. Cats can also be affected by coming into contact with citrus essential oils or cleaning products containing citrus extracts. These oils can be present on surfaces or objects, and if a cat licks or grooms themselves after contact, it can lead to ingestion of the harmful compounds. Number 2, alcohol. Having a cold beer on a hot day might sound refreshing, and we know our cats can feel the heat too. But it's a big no-no to give your cat even a tiny sip of alcohol. Just 1 teaspoon of it can be super dangerous and even deadly for them. There are 3 common types of alcohol that can really harm pets: ethanol, methanol, and isopropanol. You can find these in things like alcoholic drinks, desserts, mouthwashes, paint solvents, hand sanitizers, detergents, bug sprays, and even fancy perfumes. If by accident your cat gets a taste of alcohol, they might start throwing up, having tummy troubles, or acting all dizzy. In really bad cases, they could fall into a deep sleep, a coma, or worst of all, not wake up again. So always keep those alcohol goodies far away from your curious cat. Number 3, milk and dairy food. While the image of a cat sipping milk is charming, the reality is a bit different. Many cats are lactose intolerant, which means they have trouble digesting milk and most dairy products. This includes popular items like cheese, ice cream, and yogurt. For example, cheese is high in protein, but it may not be ideal because of the lactose, as well as some being packed with salt, spices, or other additional ingredients. Ice cream is rich in lactose and sugar, making it hard for many cats to digest, and yogurt, despite having probiotics, is still a dairy product with lactose. Feeding your cat these dairy goodies can lead to upset tummies, diarrhea, and some pretty uncomfortable moments for your kitty. So if you want to keep your cat feeling their best, it's best to avoid these dairy products. Number 4, chocolate. Cats should not eat chocolate because it contains substances called theobromine and caffeine, which are toxic to them. Even small amounts of chocolate can be harmful and potentially life-threatening to cats. The darker the chocolate, the higher the theobromine content, and the more dangerous it is for your cat. Consumption of chocolate can lead to symptoms such as vomiting, diarrhea, rapid breathing, increased heart rate, tremors, seizures, and in severe cases, it can be fatal. Cats are not naturally attracted to the taste of chocolate. However, accidents can happen, and cats might ingest chocolate out of curiosity or be attracted by the crinkling packaging of chocolate. So keep chocolate goodies away from your cat's paws. Number 5, coffee and tea. These caffeinated delights might be your morning boost, but they're not suitable for your cats. Coffee and tea contain caffeine. If your curious kitty takes a sip, they might experience a burst of energy, leading to restlessness, rapid breathing, and even heart palpitations. It's like them having too many espressos at once. So, it's best to let your kitty stick to their water bowl. Number 6, grapes and raisins. Grapes and raisins might seem harmless, but they can be a serious threat to your cat's health, potentially leading to kidney failure even in small amounts. So, to keep your kitty healthy and happy, it's best to keep grapes and raisins out of their paw's reach. If you really want to share fruits with your cats, there are some safe choices. Cats can eat small amounts of banana. Blueberries and strawberries are also healthy for cats in moderation. A tiny amount of apple, pears, or peaches is also nice, but remember to pick those ripe ones and peel before giving them to your cats. Don't forget to remove the seeds too. Number 7, nuts. When it comes to nuts, which are good for human because they contain things like omega-3 fats and protein, but they're not as suitable for cats. Nuts should be avoided in a cat's diet. The high levels of oils and fats inside nuts aren't suitable. Nuts also pose a choking hazard due to their small size and hardness. Cats may attempt to swallow nuts whole, risking choking or blockage in their throat or digestive tract. Number 8. Raw fish, meat, and egg. Raw food diets for cats have gained popularity because people believe they're healthy, with more water intake and high protein, just like wild cats eat. But keep in mind, our domestic cats might be different, and they often live longer than wild cats. So, feeding raw food to cats is a bit controversial. If you're thinking about introducing raw food to a cat that's never tried it before, or making raw food at home for your cats, there are important safety things to consider. Generally, raw foods have a higher chance of carrying harmful bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. You might have heard that healthy adult cats can handle these bad germs better, or they have smaller digestive tracts than humans. So, harmful germs don't usually hang around long enough to make them sick. But here's the flip side. There have also been cases where cats got really sick, and some even didn't make it because of diseases they got from eating raw food. And if you live with a cat that eats raw food, your family could be more likely exposed to these germs. You might need to avoid kissing your cats after they've had raw food. And remember to wash your hands after petting them or if they lick you. Take extra care if you have young kids, elderly family members, or those with a weaker immune system. Number 9. Salt and spice. Cats need much less salt than humans. High salt intake can lead to health issues such as dehydration, increased thirst, and sodium ion poisoning, which can be life-threatening. And most other spices, like pepper, should also be avoided when feeding your cat. Cats have more delicate palates than humans and are not adapted to handle spicy or strongly flavored foods. Spices can irritate a cat's digestive system and potentially lead to gastrointestinal upset or other health issues. It's best to stick to plain, unseasoned foods when preparing meals for your cat. If you want to add some variety to their diet, consider offering small amounts of cooked and unseasoned meat or fish as an occasional treat. Number 10. Onion family. When it comes to plants, avoid the onion family, also known as the allium family. This includes garlic, onions, leeks, chives, shallots, and scallions. These foods contain compounds that can harm a cat's red blood cells and lead to a condition called hemolytic anemia. In severe cases, even tiny amounts of these allium plants can be life-threatening for cats. So think twice before sharing food with your cat, and watch this next video if you want to know more about cats. See you there.